Hi Capricorn, welcome to your October 2015 Alchemy Scope. This is Erin with the Alchemy of Holism. So for those who have tuned in before, you realize this is a 6-pointed Alchemy Scope, a holistic reading, bringing in the archetypes and the symbols that are tied into the natural cycles of nature. And so we look at the collective, and then we look at your microcycle specifically for Capricorn-centric people. Okay, so let's start with this Sabian symbol that was encoded at the degree point of our new moon that we had about a week ago, that is flavoring the storyline or the energy set for this new moon to new moon cycle. It occurred at 20 degrees Virgo, and the Sabian symbol was a girls' basketball team. And whenever we look at any symbol, we look at what the picture, the symbol, represents. So obviously a girls' basketball team is girls or women getting together collectively in a group, in a team, as part of a community, unifying together with a common mission, a goal, and the goal is to play the game. And of course we can think of life as the big game. So there is a feminine imbued story in this particular cycle. And it's interesting because this is a very powerful month. For any of those out there who are tuned into the energetic shifts that are going on, kind of an up-leveling and increasing in frequency that is happening. It has been happening over the last few years. The Schumann resonance of the planet has increased. We are part of the planet. Our frequencies are increasing, and this particular month is pretty juicy. Many people are bringing forward the information, and if you're at all sensitive or tuned in, you can feel it. You know very clearly by either your body's reactions or from an intuitive knowing or from a sense of pressure that you're feeling about movement or desires or needing clarity, you know, things feeling maybe confusing right now. So there's a big surge. We're going to have a culmination of that surge in about a week's time when we have the full moon, super moon, total lunar eclipse that's going to happen in Aries. I am going to have a video that will come out in the next couple of days, few days, right before the super moon about the symbology imbued there and the depth of meaning that it has. It's pretty intense. It's right on. It's completely tied in to these times. So stay tuned for that. So let's get started, Capricorn, on you. So collectively, we have a girls' basketball team that's this thematic energy set for the cycle. Then for you, dear Capricorn, I use the I Ching, the ancient I Ching, to assess the microcycle for Capricorn-centric people. And you received number 12, stand still. And again, the I Ching is 64, and the hexagrams are stacks of 6 lines. There's a trigram, a stack of 3 lines at the bottom, a trigram, a stack of 3 lines at the top. Stand still consists of sky above and earth below. So each trigram represents, is a symbol for an aspect of nature, cosmos, okay? So number 12, standstill. I'm reading this from the Visionary I Ching. In a state of standstill and decline, confusion and disorder prevail. Interior forces are on the rise, while the powers of clarity and creativity are on the decline. In such times, the wise take shelter in their own integrity and quietly remain faithful to their own principles. Retreat from public activities and common exchanges until the times once again favor direct action. During periods of stagnation, inferior elements in society prevail. When the inmates overrun the asylum, summon up your fortitude, hide your worth, and withdraw. Concentrate on your personal affairs and with quiet dignity, even if that means forfeiting short-term rewards. Desiring to change a situation too quickly often creates extra conflict. By accepting hardship while striving to maintain integrity, you are preparing for future growth. A seed of prosperity is often hidden inside the husk of misfortune. So Capricorn, there's this kind of thematic, at least this is a general reading, so this is not going to apply to all of you, but maybe for a good portion of you out there, strong Capricorns, sun, moon, ascendant, possibly north node as well. There might be a feeling of stagnation right now, and it's this ebb and flow. So this is just an ebb, right? So let's take a look at your spread, and we'll see which event or circumstance may be coming up for some of you out there. This is my 144 juicy card. So I rarely do this. I'm looking at the bottom card. Sometimes I'm drawn to do that, I'm noticing lately, and it's not typical. So movement activity is coming up, and we just got the stagnation theme. So let's see what the rest of the spread has. So I'm pulling this deck in a synchronic spread. It's a 5-point spread. I'll show you the cards once it's pulled and I take a look at it. Okay, let me take a look. So Capricorn, there's something coming up with regards to friends for you. It looks like you're called this month. You have something coming up with either one friend or many friends. It could be a group. Keep in mind, this is my own deck with my own images. This is my own custom deck that I use for myself. So it's a very personal, private deck. These images are not going to resonate for everybody, nor should they. They should only resonate really for me. But this is my language with spirit. So this is what I bring forward for you. So try to get to the meaning, not the imagery, if the imagery doesn't resonate for you. But there's something coming up, Capricorn, with regards to friendships that is going to... I mean, it looks like a good month. It looks like a good month. I'll just say that right out. You might feel there's something, Capricorn, coming up. It might be with money. See, the thing is, there's different things showing up for you. In fact, the miscellany card did come up. And in fact, the different quadrants of this spread are all exhibiting different events. So instead of kind of one thing, you're getting many. But what it looks like is at the center, you're going to have many interactions with friendships or friends or a group. Maybe it's a group. But it's going to ask you or require you, or the growth edge for you this month will be for you to tap into your courage, your ability to feel safe with people, to feel safe with either friends that you know well or maybe new friends, because it could be that you have new friends coming into your life. There's new acquaintances, new people showing up in your world. And it might be that you need to actually become more social or more brave, you know, have more courage emotionally in connecting. However, I will tell you that if you do it, like if you connect with, let's say, these different events coming up. Let's say there's invitations to various, whatever, dinner parties or group get-togethers or meeting friends through friends. That could be another thing. That there's going to be a great potential, Capricorn, for it to be quite fun and magical and to be quite abundant. So this is not just financial abundance, this card. This is also about just abundance, and this came with the magic card. So it could very well be that you're going to meet a friend or connect with a group of friends that is going to busy you. It's going to keep you busy, but it's going, if you can do it, if you can actually get to this space of just being open and emotionally available and, you know, ready, because I don't know, maybe you're feeling shy now because there is a lot going on, and a lot of people are feeling a lot of energetic surges and needing to withdraw a little bit. So it could be that for you, you're needing to push out and be more social. If you do it though, you're going to have a great amount of, your thoughts are going to feel really clean and clear and healthy. So these came up both of these are horizontal cards, which is perfect. So in the mental sector, you're going to be communicating, be exchanging. Your thoughts are going to be giving healthful thoughts and ideas for you from this abundant connection with this friend, or these many abundant connections with many friends. So it's like you're going to be activating, something's going to come forward through this friend, you know, and what it looks like is it's guidance through a friend. So a friend is this is what it looks like. A friend is offering you help, advice, guidance. And it might be about money, or it might be about something else, something that triggers more fun, more adventure, more magic in your life, more connection to your life. But there is advice coming up through a friend or many friends, okay? And it might be, Capricorn, that the friend is advising you to be more courageous emotionally. And this could have to do with perhaps opportunities that are showing up with other friends. So it could be that you're getting guidance from one friend about going for, taking advantage of opportunities and social situations that are coming up with other friends. Very interesting. But whatever does emerge this month for you through this friend or group of friends, and the guidance you're receiving, the impetus that you're receiving, it is going to be good for you. It's going to feel good. It's going to be healthy for you mentally, and I would say emotionally as well. But you're going to have to access. Now, I want to just point out, so the card that came up at the bottom of the deck was movement and activity. That is directly related here. And the fact that the friend card has Lucy, Ricky, Ethel, and Fred on it really does kind of imply that there's a lot of activity with groups or friends, and it will benefit you if you can actually tap into some level of courage that's required. And I don't know the specifics to your situation. It's going to be different for everybody, yeah? That's interesting. So let's get more of the puzzle. So the next part of our Alchemy Scope is the Carolyn Miss deck. And these are the archetype cards that pull up the quality set. And what I ask for you is, what is asking to be matured through you this month, activated within you this month, that will serve the situation that's coming up for you. So let's take a look, Capricorn, at your archetype. Capricorn. Cap. Liberator. Okay, so let me read it first and then I'll show it to you. Actually, let me show it to you quickly and then I'll read it. Liberator, Capricorn. So this is the quality set that's coming forward for you to evolve, to mature, to grow into. Oh, gorgeous. So from the place of imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate, or ignoring legitimate constraints, you're asked to move into freeing yourself, Capricorn, and others from outmoded beliefs and releasing negative thought patterns. This is about liberating yourself from your own left-brained, short-viewed, egoic limitations, especially now, because this time in humanity, we are moving, we're shifting. We're literally shifting. Cellularly, we're shifting. We're increasing our vibration. We're holding more light. We're literally changing. Our DNA is changing. We're changing. We're transmutating. A huge part of this shift for all of us, not just Capricorns, but it's really speaking to you this time frame, is releasing the rigidity of beliefs that humans have been kind of indoctrinated into believing, these constructs that are not real. They're not real. They're man-made and they're only modern day. They don't even apply to humans, you know, thousands of years back. So even hundreds of years back. So liberate. This is about you, Capricorn. What your higher self is asking you to do is liberate yourself from your own constraints. Beautiful, gorgeous. Especially, I have to say, again, because this is an interesting card, courage in the emotional sector is essentially talking about you having to access courage for emotional engagement. So for some of you out there, it could be that some of you are quite shy, or you've been maybe not used to the flurry of activity that's now coming your way. So it could be that you really do have to release any kind of ideas you have about you emotionally, you in relationships, or friends. You know, there's a whole threads, big webs of information, belief systems that we create through our own patterns of being. It's part of our soul print, but it's also part of our growth edge. And so we need to move past it. It needs to be evolved through. So you're being asked to evolve through some rigidity in the belief sector. So let's take a look. This is Doreen Virtue's Ascended Masters deck, and we'll see what's coming up for Capricorn. What guidance for Capricorn? Flow of prosperity, Lakshmi. Capricorn, this is quite beautiful for you because, again, look at this. For you to get flow, Lakshmi and the abundance card, financial abundance, it's specified as financial abundance, but it actually just means abundance. So does Lakshmi. Lakshmi is all sorts of abundance, love, relationships. This is about love and friendship and relationships and situations, circumstances, events, opportunities, everything, all of it. Creative ideas, you know. But it also does have to do with financial prosperity as well. For you to get, my loves, both of those cards in the same reading, gorgeous. Gorgeous. And especially that you got magic as well. You know, but Lakshmi is about, let me read what Doreen writes here, but essentially, hold on a second. Lakshmi, here we go. So this is what Doreen Virtue writes. So this card indicates that your prayers about finances have been heard and answered. Tap into your manifestation power by focusing on abundance instead of worrying about money. You have nothing to fear. A new flow of prosperity is supporting you and your loved ones. It very well could be, Capricorn, that you are receiving advice about money matters from this friend or a group of friends. And it's going to really serve you. It's going to put you into a state of health. There's perhaps some giving. Maybe money is given to you, Capricorn. So for some of you out there, it could be that money is given to you via a friend, or this friend gives guidance to give you some inspiration, insight into bringing in money. So it could be for some of you, that's what's going on. So I have an extra piece. So before we go to the final component of the Dakini Goddess, I wanted to pull an animal spirit for you, a spirit animal, an animal totem, because recently I've had some really kind of phenomenal experiences with animals lately, and it was really called to come forward in the October scopes. This is a reference guide. It's not a stack of cards. However, I'm going to, like I did a few months ago, if you tuned in, I'm going to intuitively pull a page, and we're going to see which animal has an additional piece of the message for you for this cycle for Capricorn. Okay, so you got two, which sometimes happens, and obviously it's because there's two pages. But let's read them, because sometimes there is a similar theme, because obviously this is just alphabetical, so it would make sense that sometimes, you know, the signs would get two because I'm not pulling an individual card. However, often there's a relationship of qualities between the animals. So let's read them both. So Capricorn, for Roadrunner, you got Roadrunner and Robin. Roadrunner. There are situations occurring in you that require you to think on your feet, change direction quickly, and adapt. Let's see. So there are situations occurring in your life that require you to think on your feet, change direction quickly, and adapt to the new course, which you're quite capable of doing, and you are. This is a great time to make some plans and put them into action so that you can manifest whatever it is you want. And I want to point this out. So this is about the manifester, okay? Be willing to laugh at yourself and not take your quirks and idiosyncrasies too seriously, Capricorn. Explore and experiment with different ways you can benefit yourself and others spiritually, emotionally, and physically through the use of sound. You know, now it could be that a friend is saying to you, you need to be a guide. You need to be a spiritual guide. So for some of you out there watching, it could very well be that you are getting feedback from a friend saying you need to be, you know, you need to help people now. So interesting, okay? Explore and experiment with different ways you can benefit yourself and others spiritually, emotionally, and physically through the use of sound. Be sure to take care of yourself first before you attempt to take care of others so that you can be completely present when you are in service to them. This is about your healthy state of being. And it could very well be, Capricorn, and I'm getting tingles right now. It could very well be for a large portion of you out there, you're called to come forward and help people now, be in service. And it could be that a friend gives you that reminder, that reflection for you. Okay, sweetie? So Robin, that's the second one. It's time to let go of anything in your life that's outmoded and stagnant. Keep in mind, standstill, number 12, standstill. And plant the seeds for the new setting, and plant the seeds for the new by setting your goals and intentions for the coming year. Let go of your attachment to drama and allow as much joy and laughter into your life as you possibly can. Now, of course, laughter is the link between these two. So this is about Roadrunner is about lots of activity, and this is about letting stuff go. Both of them incorporate laughter, the need to be light about things. So I'm going to read Robin again. It's time to let go of anything in your life that's outmoded and stagnant, and plant the seeds for the new by setting your goals and intentions for the coming year. Let go of your attachment to drama and allow as much joy and laughter into your life as you possibly can. Capricorn, gorgeous. Now, you know, this final component for you is quite something, because the Dakini is folding right into the whole spread, the whole session here. You received, so the final component of all these alchemy scopes is the Dakini Goddess. And I specifically call her forward to ask, out of the 64 Yogini Dakinis, and by the way, this is Penny Slinger 64 Dakini Oracle, which is based on India's ancient 64 Yogini Dakinis. So there's 64 Dakinis, and then of course there were 64 I Ching hexagrams. So we're bookending with this 60 mandalas of 64. When I ask the question, it is which goddess, which Dakini is best for Capricorn to embody this month in order to flow with this month ahead. You received, dear Capricorn, number 12, Metamorpha. And this is all about the butterfly. This is about metamorphosis. So I'm going to read here. This is Penny Slinger. She's the author of what I'm going to write here. And there's an online library with some goodies in it. And if you want to read more of the PDF of hers, it's in that library. And that link is below the video. Okay, number 12, Metamorpha. Now, before I start reading, I want to remind you of something. You received number 12, Standstill. Everything is linked here for you, Capricorn. Like, I really hope you're getting the links here because they're quite phenomenal. The Standstill was about stagnation. Robin was about letting stuff go. Movement came up, and there's this obligation for courage, and now Metamorpha is coming up. So you are asked to transmutate at this time, okay? Number 12, number 12. Now, again, before I read Metamorpha, I want to read number 12. So the meaning of number 12. So the angel number 12 is a message from your angels not to be hindered by old habits that need to be changed. It tells you to look to new experiences with optimism, as they will bring about favorable and positive effects and opportunities. This helps with achieving goals and aspirations and allows for the old to be replaced by the new. Okay? So now let me read Metamorpha, because I haven't read it. I want you to know that when I pull, like the spread I just pulled, I had shuffled but hadn't pulled it till now. The other elements, like the I Ching, I pulled, but I don't read it. I don't have them all memorized. Metamorpha, I pulled and I haven't read it. Although I know I've come across Metamorpha before. So, but the fact when I had to go into number 12, because when I saw that you would receive those two, I wanted to pull up that angel number. And just with everything else coming up, it's quite something. So I really want you to let this in, really assimilate what's coming at you here, because it's really quite beautiful. So Metamorpha. A winged creature of the air, Metamorpha goes through a process of liquefaction to transform from her earthly beginnings. Now, you are an earth sign, so I just want you to make note of that. We are moving into 5th density. There is a transmutation going on anyway. So you're called to really go deeper and make this move. She is the butterfly Dakini. Her life cycle is a glyph for the metamorphosis we can all achieve given the opportunity of a human life. Starting as a humble caterpillar crawling on her belly on the earth, she then creates her own cocoon and goes through a radical transformation. Within the chrysalis, her whole being is literally liquefied before being transformed into a completely new being, a beautiful butterfly with wings to fly. This process is radical even in the kingdom of insects. In many cultures around the world, the butterfly has been seen as a symbol for the soul and for rebirth and renewal. In some African cultures, the butterfly is considered to carry the spirit of the ancestors. So I'd like for you to just let that land with this card, because it might be, dear Capricorn, that you are called to step up as a guide, as a help, as an aid, to be in service in a bigger way to people, especially now, and to access the ancestors, to go deep within yourself, to that spiritual edge, to allow yourself full transformation. Quite beautiful. Let me read some more here. Treasure fleeting moments of beauty and joy as treasures of the soul. The life of the butterfly is short but sweet. These are just bullet points here. Transient nature of all phenomena. The ugly duckling becomes a swan. You are more beautiful than you know. What process do you need to go through to release your inner beauty, to unveil the real you? Something or someone that does not appear very attractive has a secret nature which is far more magnificent. What needs to transpire to initiate the process of metamorphosis? Things may not look very promising, but if you look at the big picture, there can be beauty and majesty in the unfolding of destiny, if you are willing to go through whatever needs to melt down in the process. Surrender to a necessary meltdown in the process of whatever you have going on. There might be a lot of activity going on, and it might be in a lot of areas. It might be in a lot of areas of your life. Own your process. Appreciate each stage as part of the path, and realize that the seeker of liberation, the journey, is as relevant as the destination. Very true. In fact, more true. The process you are going through is important to reveal, as it can act as a template for others. This is about you stepping into maybe a guidance capacity, a role. Treat it as a biological experiment. Take it lightly. A necessary period of seclusion and privacy before you come out. Could have been that that was the past for you too, that you're starting to now come out is kind of what I'm getting here. This is a journey of your soul. So the affirmation, dear Capricorn, for you, for Metamorpha, is there is nothing I cannot change. Change is natural. I am prepared to let go of the old in order to birth the new. There is nothing I cannot change. Change is natural. I am prepared to let go of the old in order to birth the new. Gorgeous, Capricorn. What a reading. Very interesting, and it feels very juicy and ripe for you, especially this month. It feels aligned. For me, it feels aligned for you. So I'm so glad to provide you this information. Now, a reminder that for those of you who are really going through some deep metamorphosis, I am offering in-depth 90-minute sessions. You'll want to contact me soon to schedule them ASAP so we can get you in. There's a lot of rebirthing happening for people over the course of the last many months and over the course of the months to come. But this month is kind of primary in a lot of ways. It's kind of key. The eclipses are asking for things to be eclipsed out so that new birth can happen. Your particular soul print, your natal chart, provides very specific data with regards to where these eclipses are landing for you, what they represent, and what's asking to be broken free and reborn. So reach out for a session. The link will either be here on the video or it will be down below. And I urge you to make contact and we'll schedule a session for you and get clarity and help you ride this wave maximally. Okay, so until the next Alchemy Scope or the next group of videos, because there's more goodies to come, some tools and other things to come, I send you lots of love and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Take care.